pressure. Okay? And the atmospheric pressure is 760 kilopascal or 1024 centimeter water. It is the sea level. You see, it is the sea level. For the machine, it is not 760. It is considered zero. So anything applied to the patient above zero called PEEP. So this is PEEP. Or it's the pressure applied to keep the alveoli open during whole inspiratory cycle. But because there is in inspiration, there is PIP, we always say it during expiration. Okay? So the PEEP is the pressure needed to keep the alveoli open during expiration. Or positive and expiratory pressure. I will show you. During inspiration, we take in. So we take the PIP. And then we go back. So the PEEP is positive and what is the so it's the pressure in here. At the end, this is the PEEP here. You got it? So this is positive and expiratory. The end of expiration. What is the level? That's called the PEEP. And then you have the PIP. Now the PIP happen over time. So there is number over time. So we have the respiratory rate, which is inspiratory time divided by 60. You got the rate, right? 60 seconds, 1 minute, right? So let's say if the inspiratory time is 0.35, okay, and the expiratory time plus expiratory time. So let's say inspiratory time is 0.3 and the expiratory time is 0.7. So what's the rate?
0.7.
So it'll be 60 rate.
0.7. 60.
Oh, sorry, not divided by 60, multiplied by 60.
60, yes.
Times.
63.
60, it will be like 60. Okay? So you can see that these events depend on three factors. Inspiratory time, expiratory time, and the relation between them. What is the relation between inspiration and expiration? We'll give you that. So we have events. We have start, control variables. Start is controlled by what? By trigger. So the trigger can be two types. Either conditional, when the patient did that, do this. Or non-trigger. We tell the machine, once the expiratory time finish, give. So control variables depend on expiratory time finished. Conditional variables when the patient do something. So that's the start, or the trigger. Can be control, can be trigger. Right? Can be controlled, can be conditional. Start. So start when the patient give him help. And to do that, the machine, you have to tell the machine how much the patient will take. So if I say to the machine, when the patient take 0.1 liter milk, give help. If I tell the machine, when the patient do 0.2, give help. When the patient make 0.1, it will not help. So make it tough for the patient. When I say the machine 0.3, when the baby do 0.1 or 0.2, it will not help. So that's called trigger. This is conditional. The condition has to happen to, or without condition, just variables. I will tell the machine, once the expiratory finish, give them. So start. Then I will tell the machine how this goes up from zero, or from start to the end. This is only, we call it A, the rise, or ramp, or slope. There are many names of it. Same. It's from zero to the maximum. How? Is it like this? Like zero? What will happen if zero? Like this. You got dryness of upper airway because injury of airway, very fast. Okay? Or I make it very slow. it will not give time to achieve tidal volume. So you get less tidal volume and make it very slow. So you want to see it a reasonable. And the reasonable is from point 1,
2.7.
0.01, sorry, to 0.04 probably. If more or less than that, it will be difficult.
0.01.
So this is called trigger rise. Okay? So this is, the rise is control variable. There is no condition here. And then we go to the plateau, sustain. Okay? Sustain can be control variables, can be conditional variables. There is two types of sustain. There is volume, there is pressure. Okay? So it will be conditional. One of them will be conditional, one of them will be control. So if I control the volume, I say the machine, when the patient achieves 3 mil, always stop there. 3 mil. Because the volume is an interaction between the machine and the baby, then we need a different pressure. So the machine can give 11 pressure, can give 10 pressure, can give 20 pressure, to always achieve the 3 mil. So the volume become controlled when the pressure become conditional. Okay? Because the pressure will change to achieve the volume. Or I will tell the machine, give 16 pressure. Always the machine will deliver, but change the volume. So this is volume targeted, this is pressure limited. That's why I love to use both. Pressure limited, where I determine the PIP, for example, 16 centimeter, plus volume targeted. So give me 16, but always achieve the tidal volume. So this
Volume
has to
guarantee.
be always above the pressure needed to achieve this volume. That's why you will have the set, the P max, the pressure max, and the measured one. Okay? So these are called sustain. Okay? So this is the sustain, either by pressure or
Or
volume.
volume.
Then we have to stop. Right?
Yes, doctor.
How we stop? By 2 ways. We have the time and we have flow. We have other, but these are the only things we do. So we tell the machine, you rose, you plateaued, and now stop. To go back to 0, to go back to peak. So it can be time. So we tell the machine, go up according to the slope, sustain according to the target
Target or limited.
or limit, pressure or volume or both, and then stop within this time.
Cycle.
When we say time, it becomes mandatory. What is the mandatory? When it's time. Mandatory. Okay? You will see 3 waves in the machine, 3 breaths. Do you have something to clean? We have 3 types of breath. We have the mandatory, we have the assisted, and we have spontaneous. So always look at 3 ways, and from this 3 ways, so you have mandatory, the mandatory will be given in a certain time, in a certain number, with a certain start trigger, with a certain
volume.
rise, with a certain plateau, with a certain cycle or finish, regardless the patient. Okay?
Yes.
If the patient is not interacting at all, called backup rate. So mandatory, sometimes called backup rate. Depends on the mode. That's one. Second, called assistant. Assisted ventilation. It helps the patient when the patient trying to breathe. So this is always no trigger. This is always has to have a trigger. So it depending on the mode. So if we do assisted control,
You see.
so we need a trigger because we will give the mandatory and the assisted. So that's called assisted control. We give those both and those. So if we set the backup rate to 40 and the patient is breathing 60, the machine will give 60. 40 the mandatory and 20 the assisted.
Assistant.
So that's called assisted control, or some people call it SIVV. S means synchronized. S means synchronized. So when happen the mandatory will never be against the patient trying to breathe. Always synchronized in a harmony. Okay? And then we have the SIMV. Synchronized, intermittent, mandatory only. Only this. We don't give assisted. And therefore we will see the other wave, which is the spontaneous in SIMV. We don't see, never see assisted because it will not help. And so if we set it 40, the machine will give 40.
40.
If the machine breathe 80, we'll see 40 mandatory and 40 spontaneous. How we know? From the shape. The new graphics and loops, it will give you the two colors. One dark color can be
the
blue or black
Machine.
for the machine. And the light,
Light color for the patient.
the gray color for the spontaneous. You will see both. So two colors are very good. Okay? So we have, let me do. So if we draw a symbol,
Dear Lord, this is only a test announcement. Team leaders or team members to acknowledge please. Dear Lord, this is only a test announcement. Team leaders or team members to acknowledge please. Dear Lord, this is only a test announcement. Team leaders or team members to acknowledge please. Thank you.
so let's assume this is an interaction by this is the machine, okay, and this is the patient. So this is patient. And this is a machine. Contribution to the ventilation. Got it? This is PEEP. In here there is PEEP. So anything above PEEP. If only PEEP, this is called CPAP.
CPAP.
We're not providing anything. You got it? If you are here, so you can see more small contribution by the machine, more by patient. This is PSV. If you go like this, you see more patient, more machine, less patient. This is called SIMV, or also called CMV. You can put CMV here. You know, controlled mandatory ventilation. Okay, controlled mandatory ventilation, where the patient is not breathing. So SIMV, that is spontaneous. In controlled mandatory, you don't see the spontaneous. If you go more machine, okay, less patient, you go for example, assisted control. Because there is one. If you go totally machine, no patient,
Control.
that's only. So
Control
CMV. Got it?
Yes,
so this
doctor.
can help you to understand why we go for it. So this is contributed by the patient more, and that's why the patient will be exhausted with time.
Send
Okay,
me
you
some
want to stop here. I don't want to complicate it. Sorry.
We are going to SAM.
So we go to SIMD. No, we go to SIMD or assisted depending on situation. For example, if the patient is washing CO2, okay,
That's babies.
and the patient is breathing fast, even if you drop the rate, this will help him still. So like let's say CO2 is 25 centimeter or millimeter mercury, and the rate here is 40, but the patient breathing 70. Decreasing the rate to 30 will not help because the machine will give 70. So what you need to decrease the rate and go to SIMD because you want more the machine does, you want less help by the machine. You got it? But if you are here and the CO2 is 80 and the patient is not breathing and you are giving rate of 30 on SIMD. So what do you need to increase the SIMD? The patient is tired, he's not helping. You need to go to assisted compliance. If the patient is comatose or completely sedated, you go to CMV. You got it? So it depends what you want to do. Depending on the variables we've talked about, how we start, how we sustain, and how we stop. Okay, and we have two strategies in ventilation. We have the volume. So I have to show you the internal structure of the ventilator to understand the difference between the volume and pressure. But basically the volume used for short ventilation, for big size adults and children, such as 1 hour surgery, 2 hours, 3 hours. If you need more than 24 hours, even in adult, it's better to be pressure. Okay? So if you can come here, right? No.
No,
Yeah,
doctor, this is correct. White is expiratory.
This is expiratory.
Yes, doctor.
So you can see we have the expiratory valve here. The size of this depend the type of ventilation. So if you have a small size, okay, you get neonatal. Okay, most of the machine they call it universal ventilators, which use for adult, children, and neonate. But it's controlled by software. We don't like this. We need the machine to be controlled by hardware. Just in case the software fails, it can injure the patient. And therefore, we've changed this. If you see this one, you can see this is neonatal. But this is adult.
Adult.
You see the difference?
Yes, doctor.
But this one can be used for neonate, but it will be dangerous. Because if this software fails, it will give this, the adult type. So it can cause more injury. So we need like not a universal ventilator. We like to have it a neonatal designated ventilation. I think enough for today. That's too much.
So I
Right?
didn't understand what you told.
Yeah, see, this
this
one is
one is
small.
smaller.
You see small?
Smaller.
You see this
That's
one?
bigger.
So this is adult expiratory valve. This still can be used for neonate, but controlled by software. If the software failed, or software always works, computer always fails.
Yes.
Okay, so it starts to give this and can injure the lung because you cannot control it. But if this fails, you have safety valve here. So this is a neonatal designated ventilator. Thank you. Can you stop?